Hi, and welcome to my brief insight into paper 1, question 3. So this question focuses on structure, and I'm just going to give you a brief insight into what that entails. So when we think about structure, it's always beneficial to think about how can we understand structure? What do we mean by structure? And one way that helps me understand it is, how has the writer put the text or the extract together? So what's happening at the beginning of the act? What does the writer get us to focus on? What's the main point of focus at the beginning? And once we've established that focus, why has the writer chosen to focus on this particular thing? So if you think about it as a short movie scene where you split it up into 3 parts. So if you have a scene, you're thinking about the beginning of the scene. So you're going to think about the choices that are made in the beginning. So if I'm setting the scene, I'll be thinking about the weather, the mood, the atmosphere at the beginning. After that, there'll be some sort of development towards the middle. I might progress to talk about or focus on a character or an event, something that happens. So it gives us an insight, a snapshot into something that's developing. And often in the beginning of the extract, we use terms like the beginning, the exposition, where it's setting the mood, the atmosphere. And then as we reach the middle, we often see the problem that comes about or occurs. So it might be the conflict. So what is the conflict within the text? What is it that the focus changes to after the beginning, where it's really settled or it's chaotic, and then something develops, something changes? So what changes the rhythm of where the text is going or the mood of where the text is going? So that brings us to the middle of the extract. And then as we reach the end, we can often refer to it as the rising tension, the climax. But in simple terms, how is the ending different from the beginning? So as we reach the end of the extract, so look at it like a timeline as well, and think about the sequence of events. What's happening at the ending? What is it that captures our attention at the end? And how is this different from the beginning? And it's always interesting to think about the choice that the writer has made at the ending. Why have they chosen to present this thing as it is? How has this thing that they've shown us at the end, how has it changed or developed throughout the extract? Is there a link between the beginning and the end? So these are questions that will open us up to think inquisitively about structure. And I hope we find this useful, and it just gives us a few tools to just consider how to think about structure in a more broader sense, as opposed to constantly being fixated on subject terminology. I hope you found this useful, and I will elaborate on this further. Thank you for watching. See you next time.